a bit late. Hey everyone, sorry I'm a bit late today. Just got back home. Yeah, and today it's a tutorial session, and we talked about how to train our finger independence last time, the first time, and then we talk about how to play musically for the last tutorial session. Okay, let me put this on. And I thought we should have a session talking about specific piece, so we could actually use a popular piece as an example. And today we are going to talk about can you see me? You can't really see me. Sorry, let me adjust my better. Now can you see me? Hello, huh? Let's move this further away. Yeah? Yes, okay. Hey everyone. So, sorry I'm a bit late today. I was outside today and just came back. And today, we are actually going to talk about how to play Chopin Nocturne, Op.41, number 1. So, for anyone who doesn't know this piece, this is a very famous piece written in C minor. And today we talk about how to learn a new piece from scratch, and we're going to use this one because I didn't really fully learn this one like before, and like it was I learned it a little bit, but that was long time ago, and then I just did a review quickly. I thought it would be a nice one for me to show everybody how to learn a new piece from scratch, because it's not a piece that I've like totally fully in my hands. So it would be nice to learn it a little bit step by step from scratch, and then we can get a formula of learning a new piece. And if you're interested in this, we are going to have an ebook coming up very soon, telling us how to do step-by-step learning to learn a new piece from scratch. So keep update. I will keep you updated. Okay. So for me, when I learn a new piece, phrasing is always the first step for me. So for example, we use this Chopin Nocturne Op.48 No.1 as an example. This one. If I don't know this piece at all, and if I just want to learn it totally from scratch, I'm going to do the phrasing first. So I want to know how many phrases I have in this whole piece before I can actually start, play it and, do it. Like I don't jump right in just to do it, because it's a bit not very efficient for me and not very effective as well. It just makes me feel a bit frustrated because I don't know how much I have to learn, and I don't know how, from where to where, how I want the music to shape, and how, I want the music to connect with the structure. I don't know as well, so it's not very nice. So for me, the first step is always phrase. So I will talk about how to phrase in the book, but now for this piece, for example, phrase 1 is here. Phrase 1 up to here. Okay, so now I know phrase 1. And then where is phrase 2? So I will keep going. The first step of me learning a new piece, I will keep going. I will run through the whole piece, probably sight reading, it doesn't matter. But I will phrase make each phrase very clear, so I know how many phrases I have, from where to where is one phrase, and then I start to work on each phrase one by one. So let's do our step 1 first with this piece. I'm going to run through the whole piece and then put my phrasing here. So phrase 1 is just up to here. Phrase 2 start from bar 9. Okay, up to here. So end of bar 16. This is my end of phrase 2. Because now let me keep going, and I want to find where to where is my phrase 3. Okay, up to here is my phrase 3, so this is end of bar 24. And now we keep going. phrase 3. So phrase 3 goes from bar 25 up to bar 36, and you keep going. Phrase 4 is bar 37 now. Phrase 5. So this is the beginning of bar 46. Now we go. Up to here is phrase 6. The phrase 6 goes from bar 46 up to bar 48. So again, everyone, this piece, I don't know this piece very well yet. I'm just using this piece as an example to show you how to learn a new piece from scratch, because I feel like it's better to use a piece that I don't know it that well to actually show the process of learning, instead of use like I know very well, like off by heart piece. Instead of use something like I know it very well to show you, that I feel like is not very like suitable for the process. I think the process is more important than just showing you the performance, because well, we got the performance anyway. We got like tons of performance on YouTube, Spotify, everywhere. But I think the process is more useful for everyone. So yeah, we keep going, and then phrase 6 up to here, and then phrase 7. Oh, and welcome to leave me comments, and then leave me things on the chat. So if you have any questions, welcome to ask me, and I will answer your question at the end of the session. Okay, I will keep going. So phrase 7. Up to here, I put it as my phrase 7. So from bar 49 to bar 56 in the middle of bar 56, and then phrase 8 goes from here. So keep going. bar 64, I put phrase 8. And then from bar 66, phrase 9 starts. Up to here, I put phrase 9. So phrase 9 from bar 65 to bar 69, the first beat, and then from the second beat, it's the start of phrase 10, as I put it. Okay, now at the end is phrase 10. So now we run through the whole piece, and we know this piece has 10 phrases in total. Okay, this is always my step 1 when I start to learn a new piece. And as to how to phrase it and why we need to phrase it, is really obvious. Like, first, we can be more efficient at what we are practicing and what we are learning. So we know we have 10 phrases in this piece, and then we can kind of like schedule it like throughout the week. If we learn 1 phrase each week, that means we can finish this piece in 10 weeks, so not too bad. So it's like mentally you have a structure of your learning, of your practice, like of your learning first and your practice. And second, having a phrase, knowing the phrase, oh my god, can I speak Chinese? Okay, so knowing the start and the end of each phrase really can give us a clear structure of how to shape it in the future. So how do we want to shape the phrase, and how we want the phrase to, to sound like. So we can have a clear structure. So with the peak point and with the climax, so all the things would be very clear for our next few steps. And thirdly, and when we get to the top step, when we want to look at the structure of the whole piece, we want to organize the piece and then make the whole piece sound like one artwork. And phrasing always help at that point as well. So I will write down in more details in my book how to learn a piece from scratch. So welcome to have a check. But that's basically roughly why we need to phrase it before we start to learn properly yet. Okay, now let's move to the next step. So step 2, for me, it's always the notes. And the notes, obviously you need to take care of your key signature and accidentals, and that's too basic. I'm not talking about those things here. And then we need to take care of the rhythm. Okay, the rhythm is a basic thing as well. Everybody knows about the rhythm, so I don't really need to talk about rhythm so much here. I don't really need to talk about what is quiver, what is caution. But I do want to emphasize that your rhythm is super important, especially in romantic piece. Like in a piece such like Chopin like this, and you thought you could, like, we thought we could put a lot of rubato in, we could just go. Doesn't work, okay, everyone? It doesn't work. The rhythm is there, especially in romantic pieces, because we need the tension. We need a good rhythmical flow, so the music has a sense of flowing. Like, the music is actually an artwork of time flowing. So the beauty of music is actually, you actually need to spend all this time to feel the flow. So it's different from an artwork. You just stand there and you look at the whole picture immediately, or like a piece of paper or story. You just like read it. You can read it very fast. But music doesn't work that way. If you put like 2 times speed on YouTube for my music, it just doesn't sound like it's the same. Like, you got to feel it. You feel the flow of the time, and that's really important. So rhythm is really important for music, and it's for tension and for flow. So if you just do whatever you want and then think this is expressiveness, and that just doesn't work. Especially for romantic things, we got to stick to the rhythm. So we have a very good sense of rhythmical pulse first, and then on top of this rhythmical framework, we can give a little bit time there and take back a little bit time there, and then just like play around it a little bit. So we have this kind of we're trying to express, but we need to secure the time flow and the tension. So if you drag like this one, if we just drag as much as we want, it just doesn't work. You lose the flow of the music. So this is really important, okay? We got to stick to that. So first, when you start to learn the piece, like once you read your notes, stick to the rhythm. Make your rhythm correct and strictly correct first. For example, this one, let's go one phrase by one phrase. Now, like, as we know, there are 10 phrases in this piece now. Now we start to work one phrase by one phrase. Okay, for phrase 1. So we have 4 beats in a bar, and I think you can start slower. Like every one of us, when we start to learn a piece, we always start slower because it just works better. Can you see me clearly? Oh, I have to. Yes. Okay. Yes, this is, hi everyone, I'm playing Chopin Nocturne number 13 now, and this is a tutorial session, so I'm explaining the process of learning a new piece, and hopefully that's helpful. That will be a bit helpful for everybody. So today is not a request session or a tutorial session. I'm like explaining things to everybody. Be right back. Just reply to one message and be right back. Sorry, today is a little bit messy for me. Be right back. Yes, I'm back now. So yeah, so we were talking about phrasing now. So for your phrase 1, we keep the rhythm very clear at this step. Okay, when we keep the notes and rhythm clear, okay, this sounds like this now. Okay, and then we put the next step in. Okay, and then when we learn it, we need to find the correct fingering. But this piece is not technically hard, so it's okay. We don't really need to spend much time on fingering. Then we move up. Once we got those basic stuff, we move up. We try to add some dynamics into it now. So at the beginning of the piece, I think the whole phrase 1, we go P, so piano, so like a soft dynamic, and then we add some articulation into it too. This piece, articulation is not very difficult. We have our left hand a little bit staccato, and our right hand connected, so legato. So after we add dynamic and articulation, so it goes softer, and then right hand legato, left hand a bit jump. speaker, you come back again. Sorry, my phone just got disconnected because I think I ran out of battery. Okay, so I'm here again. Sorry everyone for all this mess, and thank you for still being together with me here. And I think I wrote something wrong in my title as well, so my audience has a misunderstanding now. Today I'm actually talking about how to learn a new piece from scratch, and we're using Chopin Nocturne Op.48 No.1 as an example. And so if you have any question, and let me know. Okay, I keep going with what I'm going to talk about. So we were talking about add different things, add different requirements, different steps. So we just add. We were talking about the shapes and the strength flow. So for phrase 1, I always think one phrase should have one peak point of a phrase. So a shape is like how you drew the line with it. So with your music, so you always have a direction of a whole phrase to go to. So you know where you are going to, and then you have a peak point, and then you go down. So for my phrase 1, I think I'm going to do this shape. So I will have two strength flows, two like strengths. Strengths means how you how you push it. You don't use two power. You use one power for one phrase and a new power for another phrase. And I think for the first half, I'm going to I'm going to this C. Would it be a little bit more helpful if I show you the music? So for can you see it? So for my phrase 1, I'm actually going to this C. Better? I think I need another camera. Okay, I think I'm going to this C. So it da 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 da. And then the second half, da da. This is one strength. Da 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 ba da. So here is the highest point of the whole piece. Not the whole piece. The highest point of the whole phrase, and then dying away from here, and then go down, 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 down at end of the phrase 1. Well, I really need another camera. I think I will have a think. Maybe invest in another camera in the near future. Okay, so let's try it again now. Now we have the shape, we have the strength flow. So now the piece this phrase sounds like this. This is step 3. Step 4, we add balance on top of it. We add balance and we add voicing on top of it. Okay, so balance, well, I did it kind of already, because like for me, I naturally just do it. So I think for this piece, at least for phrase 1, we want, for me, like 7, right hand 7, left hand 3 would be a good balance, or even left hand 8, right hand 8, left hand 2 would be a good balance. So it goes. No, not good. Let me try again. You see, now I added all the things. Now we review all the things we've been added. We know the phrasing. We know how many phrases we have in the whole piece. Now already we have 10 phrases, and now we start to work. And then we start to work on our phrase 1. Phrase 1, we work on the notes first, of course, basic word notes, rhythm, and then fingering. And then we added dynamic, and we added articulation, and we added shape, strength, flow, and balance. Okay, so all those steps. And now, on top of all this, well, I actually think we can move on. Well, we have something else to add in, but I feel like for the first learning, for the first draft, we don't need to go that high yet. Like, it's not like all built up in one draft. I think up to this level, after all the requirements for the first draft, I think it's pretty enough. And then we move on. We move on to phrase 2. First, do the same thing. So we learn the notes. We make the rhythm exactly correct. So let's put the rhythm exactly correct first. So after adding the notes and the rhythm, it sounds like this. Okay, I didn't add anything else. This is purely just notes and rhythm and fingering, because this piece, the fingering is not very difficult, so I'm not talking about fingering now. Okay, now on top of this, we add another stuff. We add another step, which is dynamic and articulation. So we have left hand still jump a little bit. Right hand has a legato line. So now we only add the dynamic and articulation. For phrase 2, it's still P, so quite soft. And we have some crescendo, and we have a few accent, and then we keep in the P. So it goes like this. Okay, so on top of our rhythm and notes and fingering, I added dynamic and articulation. Okay, now on top of this two, I'm going to add shape and strength. So for this phrase, I think I want my highest point to be so this phrase has four smaller, how do I describe it? So this whole long phrase too has four smaller phrases. So long form phrase contains like four smaller phrases. The first smaller phrase goes up to here. We use one power, and then you go up to here. You use another power, and then you take a breath. No, but what I mean by taking a breath is not actually take a breath like that. That's for singer. We are not singer, we are pianists. So we need to take our strengths back and then put it in again. This is our taking a breath. So our version of taking a breath for pianist. It's controlling your strengths. Okay, so so we have four short phrases in this one long phrase. So we have da, 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 da. First short phrase, and then we start a short phrase again. So we are going to this note, we are going to this G, and then tail off again. And then we have first note. Keep going. This is another long, one strength. This is one strength, okay? Even though we have a rest in between, it doesn't mean we take off our strength. So we are not taking a breath. Look, there is a huge difference between if I play like this. So you hear I have two powers, so I pushed twice. I have two strengths for this, but no, we actually want one strength for this, so it's a long lyrical line. Yeah, so you see, here's the difference. One more time. Like this. So da, da, da. And then here we have a sudden soft. Okay, so this is the shape I design. Okay, some people says, oh, only Chopin knows how to truly interpret Chopin himself. Yes, of course. But we pianists, we are trying our best to find interpretations or design that we feel can express the music the most. Yeah, so the shape I designed for here would be like this. This is slightly higher than the previous one. the next phrase. So you see, every phrase has its own structure, and it's like a circular motion. So you know clearly where is phrase 1, where is phrase 2. And now we're going to put phrase 1 and phrase 2 together. So when we learn one phrase, and now we take care of another phrase, and now we put phrase 1 and phrase 2 together. Okay, so put them together, it sounds like this now. So we got to take just a quick reminder, quick review. We learned notes, rhythm, fingering, that's the very basic stuff. And now we add dynamic, we add articulation, and then we add our balance, we add shape, we add strength flow. Up to here, okay? Up to here is what we want for our first draft. And it sounds like this now. Phrase 2. So your new start. You know you're going into a new start. So now the phrase 1 and phrase 2 sounds like this now. I think this is quite enough for first draft. So for when we learn a new piece, think of this way, okay? So it's like so when we learn a new piece, it's like it's like we write a novel, or we write an email, or we write anything important. We have first draft, and for sure first draft is not going to include everything. Yeah, can you see me? Good. Yeah, for sure first draft can't have everything covered. Like, you take care of some general structure, you have a plot, and you have some frameworks of your story, and then that's it. So for music as well, I think we add all those levels, all those steps, and that's quite enough. And then then we need to go into the practice stage. So piano study, we have 2 stages. We have learning and we have practicing. So once we we finished learning for the first draft, and then we go to the second stage to practice. Okay, so for phrase 1 and phrase 2, this is my design and understanding. And then for now, we keep going. We don't have so much time. It takes longer than I thought. Sorry, everyone. This is my first session talking about a specific piece, and I didn't think it's gonna take so much time, and it just maybe I'm too talkative. Okay, anyway, let's move on for phrase 3. And after phrase 3, it's the end of the first passage, first paragraph, first section. We're gonna stop there. Okay, so phrase 3 is the same thing. So we work on the notes and then the rhythm and then the fingering first. So with the correct notes and fingering, and with not anything else, it sounds like this. version only has notes, rhythm, and fingering. Okay, now on top of this, we add in dynamic and articulation. Then it's the next section. Okay, so after we add in dynamic and articulation, it sounds like this. Now we add in shape and strength flow. So we have da, 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 da. So definitely here, this high C is our highest point of this phrase. So we have a shape here. So I'm going to do a I'm going to do a descending shape first, and then this is the lowest point, and then crescendo, and then land on this note. Getting bigger, louder at the end, because we have F and then we have FF at the end of this phrase. Okay, so now we add everything. We add the shape and we add the strength flow. It sounds like this. Oh wait, I forgot balance. We need to add balance as well. Okay, we add shape, we add strength flow, and we add balance. Sounds like this now. This is, I think this would be, I would say this is the draft for the phrase 3. And so if you reach this level, for the learning stage, it's fine for draft 1. And I think then we need to move on to the practice stage. So we need to confirm what we've learned by repeating it, repeating it many, many times. We'll talk about how to practice in the future, okay? But we talk about how to learn a piece first for now. This is draft 1. I'm going to do from phrase 1 to phrase 3 now. All together, and then we finish, okay? is how we learn a piece from scratch. I don't know this piece very well as well at the beginning. I'm learning this piece from scratch as well. I've learned many years ago, but now, like, I'm just reviewing it and I need to relearn everything. So I'm doing it step by step, and then from notes, from rhythm, from all the things we add on top of it, and then we build up to the draft one, the first draft we actually want, and then we move to the second stage. We move to practice. So we got our draft one, and then we kind of like we have all the requirements for draft one, and then we move to the practice stage. This is to enhance what we've learned from draft one. So we keep repeating, we keep practice to make what we've designed and what we've learned in draft one fully fluent. So this means if we make mistakes in dynamic, make mistake in shape or strengths, it doesn't count. It's wrong. It's not just you make mistakes in notes and rhythm, that's count wrong. You need to know exactly what's your requirements. So what you want to practice during your practice stage, but that's for later, okay? We're going to talk about how to practice in our future sessions, but now we focus on how to make our draft one first. Okay, so today we talk about a little bit, sorry, we don't have enough time now, but we talk a little bit about how to learn a new piece from scratch, and I used Chopin Nocturne Op.48 No.1 as an example, and I didn't have enough chance to get to the end of this piece, but we had our phrase 1, 2, 3, and hopefully that gave you an idea of the thing. And sorry for all the mess today. Okay, so do you have any question? Anybody has any question about how to learn a new piece and about learning or practice or whatever, or about what I'm talking about, what I've talked? Do you have any question? If no, then we will be finishing here. Any question? No? Okay. Yeah. So we'll be finishing here, and I will keep running those tutorial sessions. Normally it's every Tuesday 7 p.m., but this week is just an exception because it's the end of the year. So anyway, I wish everyone who is here a very happy Christmas. Had a very happy Christmas, and wish you all happy New Year. And I will see you around. I will be holding another request session on this Saturday, 7 p.m. So welcome to come. And we will have another challenge session as always on Sunday. So we'll see you in those sessions hopefully. And thanks so much for being here today.